Your team is going in. Take the initiative.
Consider this a personal lesson! Never guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess where I learned this one!
Now we've got something to avenge.
Attack! Attack!
One of theirs is down. One of theirs is down.
Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson! You'll never guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess where I learned this one! Let's retreat!
We're
Consider
down.
this a personal lesson!
One of theirs is down. Got you fair and square.
Learn how to die! Consider this a personal lesson!
Eyes here.
You'll never guess where I learned this one! Attack! Attack! You'll never guess where I learned this one!
We're down one.
Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson!
Rally here.
You'll never guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson! Attack! You'll never guess where I learned this one!
One of theirs is down.
You'll never guess where I learned this one!
We're down one. One of theirs is down. One of theirs is down.
You're in a sticky situation.
Got you fair and square.
Learn how to die!
I need help.
Attack!
We're down one.
Consider this a personal lesson!
Look up.
Rally here.
Consider this a personal lesson! You'll never guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson!
Got fire support.
Consider this a personal lesson! You'll never
theirs
guess
is
where I
down.
learned this one!
Nice.
You'll never guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson! You'll never guess where I learned this one! Retreat! You'll never guess where I learned this one! Retreat! Retreat! It's a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson!
Attack! We found a weak spot.
You'll never guess where I learned this one!
Victory streak! Eyes here.
You'll never guess where this one!
Eyes here.
Consider lesson!
Rampage! One of theirs is down. Double KO!
Consider this a personal lesson! You'll never guess where I learned this one!
My sword will cleave your soul.
Consider this a personal lesson! You'll guess where I learned this one!
We found a weak spot.
You'll never guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson! Guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess where I learned
Streak.
this one! Consider this a personal lesson!
One of theirs is down.
Consider
One of
this
theirs
a
is
personal
down.
lesson!
Rally here.
You'll never guess where I learned this one!
We found a weak spot.
Consider this a personal
Amazing.
lesson! You'll never guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess where I learned this one!
Assemble. We're down one.
Consider this a personal lesson!
Rally here.
You'll never guess where I learned this
Retreat.
one!
Retreat.
Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a
Rally
personal
here.
lesson!
Victory streak.
You'll never guess where I learned this one!
Invincible.
You'll never
Rally
guess
here.
where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson!
One of theirs is down.
You'll never guess where I
Looking
learned
good.
this one! You'll never guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson!
Assemble. Assemble.
You'll never guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess where I learned this one!
One of theirs is down.
Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson! You'll never guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess
Hurting
where I
our
learned
defense.
this one!
Incredible. We're making them look
Consider
better
this a
than they are.
personal lesson! They
Double
never
KO.
learn, do they?
What a show.
Consider this a personal lesson! You'll never guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson! You'll never guess where I learned this one! this a personal lesson! Retreat! You'll never guess where I learned this one!
My sword will cleave your soul.
Consider this a personal lesson! You'll never guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess where I learned this one!
We're down one. No streak lasts forever.
Consider this a personal lesson! Retreat!
Incredible! No mercy!
You'll never guess where I learned this one!
Double KO! Great start! We're down one.
Consider this a personal lesson!
Better gear means more damage.
You'll never guess
We
where I
found a
learned
weak
this
spot.
one! Consider this a personal lesson!
Legendary! We've got the best on our side. No
You'll never
mercy.
guess where I learned this one!
I rise
Consider this a personal
fire to
lesson!
claim what is mine.
Legendary! We've got the best on our side. We found a weak spot.
You'll never guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a personal lesson!
Double KO. Easy.
You'll never guess where I learned this one! You'll never guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson! Consider this a
found a weak
personal
spot.
lesson!
Assemble.
Retreat! You'll never guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson! You'll never guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson!
We're down
Never
one.
guess where I
One of
learned
theirs
this
is
one.
down. We're down one.
You'll never guess where
One
I
of theirs
learned
is
this
down.
one!
Nice assist. Nice assist. Nice assist. Double KO. We found a
Consider
weak
this
spot.
a personal lesson!
My sword will cleave your soul.
We found a weak
Never
spot.
guess where I learned this one! Consider this a personal lesson!
Have we met?